Hello everyone. So in this class we are going to learn about Indian religion and what about the India's religions and all. So let's begin. India has been a place of diversities, people of different region, color, races, language, cultures and religions have been living here in harmony, giving India its true identity. Means India is a place of diversity, means there are many type of things has been present in India, like the different region, colors, languages, races, cultures and everything. The followers of Hindu, Islam, Christianity, Sikkim, Buddhism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism, Judaism and have contributed to what we call the Indian ethos, our Indianness. Means in India you can get every kind of people. So most of the ancient religion has been associated with India from time immemorial. It is not antiquity past, but it is relevance present that makes our religion meaningful today. All great religion preach salvation, peace and harmony, the oldness of the human race and the fact that we brothers and sisters. Let us see four major religions. So from the ancient time it has been seen that India was immemorial, means everyone just know about India and they just everyone should say that India is a great and better place and all. So it is not the antiquity past, but it is relevance present that makes our religion meaningful today. After we are going to learn about four major religions, that is Hinduism. So Hinduism is the most prominent religion of India and it is followed from time immemorial in India. People worship the gods and goddess of the Hindu pantheon. They also believed in God, the supreme being. They worship in temples and at home. Their holy books are the Vedas, the Puranas, the Mahabharata, and the Ramayana. The last two being the great epics of Hinduism is Ramayana is considered as very sacred by all Hindus. The Gita, a part of Mahabharata, is also considered as so. Here we can see that Hinduism is the most prominent religion of India and it is followed from time immemorial in India. Means from the prominent religion, means if we will see that there are so many religion, but in Hinduism is the prominent religion, and in Hinduism we used to worship God and goddess. We also go to the temples and there are some supreme gods also. We have four holy books, means the book we used to follow, those books are Vedas, Puranas, Mahabharata and Ramayana. Okay, and Gita is a part of Mahabharata, which is considered as a major book. So much sacred by Hindus, knowledge and truth is the meaning to achieve salvation or moksha. Means just as we know that knowledge and truth is the only meaning to achieve salvation. Hindus' place of worship temples can be found everywhere in India. There are some very famous temples like Kashi Vishwanath in Uttar Pradesh, Tirupati Balaji Temple in Andhra Pradesh, Meenakshi and Rameswaram Temple in Tamil Nadu, Jagannath Temple in Orissa, Somnath Temple in Gujarat, besides Badrinath and Kedarnath. So these are the some famous temples in which Hindu used to worship. So after that we will go for Muslims. Muslims are the second largest religion group in India. They believe in the tenets of Islam. Islam entered India after 8th century. It came from Arabia, Persia and other West Asia nations. Muslims are an integral part of the culture of India, contributing in no less way to architecture, fine art, music. They freely observe their religion, customs and traditions. Means Muslim is the second largest religion in India and it has entered in the 8th century of AD and it came from Arabia, Persia and other West countries. So after that we will go. Muslims gather to pray in mosque. They worship a formless God. They do not make image, picture or idol of gods. They call God as Allah and Khuda. Their holy book is called the Holy Quran. Good works and submission to God are the means to achieve salvation. So Muslims always used to pray in mosque and they always used in gathering, and also they worship a formless God, means there has been no shape of any God. Okay, and they don't make image, picture or idol of the God. They call God as Allah and Khuda. Like the temple, mosque can be seen everywhere in India. Means just like the temples, mosque can also be seen in India, and some famous mosques are the Jamma Masjid in Delhi, Moti Masjid in Red Fort, Ajmer Sharif in Rajasthan, Nagore Sharif in Tamil Nadu, and Hazrat Bal Dargah in Jammu and Kashmir. These are the some famous mosques in India. So Christianity is another important religion found in India. Christianity reached India 2000 years ago. Most part of India has a sizable population of Christians. Christians have contributed in a very major way for the upliftment of the poor and downtrodden, and also in the field of education and healthcare. They have integrated very well into the Indian society in their customs and rituals. Means Christianity is a very important religion, and Christianity has also reached in India before 2000 years ago. And also the most important part of India has a sizable population of Christians. Means there are limited Christians population has been available, but Christian has done a very good thing. They had just contributed in the to remove the illiteracy, to remove the begging system, to just modify the education, and just make the good health care and everything. After that we will go for the Christian worship. So all the Christian try to worship one God, and that is Lord Jesus Christ, the incarnation of God in human form. They worship in churches. Their holy book is the Holy Bible. They preach forgiveness, love, and charity as the means to salvation. Means they always preach their forgiveness, love, and charity to salvation. They always believe in love and charity. In the northwestern province of Punjab, there is another religion. Sikhism was founded by Guru Nanak Dev in the medieval times. Sikhs worship in Gurudwaras. Sikhs worship the Guru Granth Sahib, a great holy book. Guru is the highest authority in Sikhism. Guru Nanak Dev was the first Guru of the Sikhs. Since then, there has been 10 Gurus in all. Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Guru of the Sikhs, asked his follower to keep 5 Ks always with them. These 5 Ks are as follows: case, hair, kangha, comb, kancha, innerwear, kada, bracelet, kirpan, dagger. So these are the 5 Ks. Every Sikh is expected to possess these 5 Ks always with him. Knowledge and self-sacrifice are means to achieve salvation. So knowledge and self-sacrifice, they always use to achieve knowledge and self-sacrifice for their salvation. After that, Buddhism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism, Judaism, these are the some of the other religion sects found in India. India is inhabited by people following different religion, although some these different takes an ugly turn. Peace and harmony is always restored. The Indian constitution makes India a secular state, means the government is not partial toward any religion. It is not anti-religionist. It ensures the freedom of people to all its citizens. We as citizens of India must learn to live in harmony and peace. Okay. So what do we learn from this story? From this story, we had just learned that Hinduism, Muslim, Christian, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jainis, Parsis, Jews have the given the identity to this nation for centuries. Means from the centuries and from the very long time ago, all the religions used to live in India, and that's why India is a country of religion. So we should never try to change this thing, because it is the strength. As we say that unity is the strength. So we have the all kind of religions in our country, and it is a very good thing. Okay. So I'm going to just close my class, and after that we are going to start the next chapter soon.